This podcast is brought to you by ONNIT. Go to ONNIT.com and look at the great selection of supplements. If you find something you like, press in code Joey and get 10% off delivered right to your house. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Wednesday, the 28th of September. The joint is brought to you by Displate. Looking for something to cover up that hole in your wall? Displate is a cool new metal poster you'll want in every room. They got millions of designs available featuring gaming, movies, and comics, featuring officially licensed designs from Star Wars, Netflix, and many more. They sent me a Bruce Lee one that is fucking smoking and only takes 20 seconds to hang a Displate. No power tools, no damages, no frustrations. Once you mount one, you can switch it out in a new plate in a flash. With every one you buy, Displate plants a tree. Click the link in description to see some of my favorite Displates and save up to 29%. Get 25% off when you buy one or two. Get 29% off when you buy three or more. Discounts will automatically be applied to your cart when you click the link or use code Joey, J-O-E-Y, Joey, when you visit Displate.com. That's Displate.com, code Joey, or check the link for show notes. The joint is also brought to you by Liquid IV. Listen, Liquid IV is tremendous. You got no time to play, no stakes, no pressure, just fun. Fuel your play with Liquid IV. For hydrations, that's 2 times faster than water alone, because life's better when you're hydrated. Liquid IV comes in 10 refreshing flavors. My favorites: Concord Grape, the Tropical Punch, the cherry is off the fucking chain, and the acai is tremendous also. What makes Liquid IV so effective? Cellular transport technology designed to enhance absorption of water into the bloodstream. Liquid IV contains 5 essential vitamins: B3, B5, B6, B12. They got all the B's, you know what I'm saying? Electrolytes, 3 times the electrolytes in sport drinks. So do me a favor, grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or I'm gonna get you 15% off when you go to liquidiv.com. Use code Joey. Again, liquidiv.com, use code Joey at checkout. That's 15% off anything you order from Liquid IV. Just put Joey at checkout. And the joint is also brought to you by Jesus fucking Christ, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. We're talking touchdowns, biting in the necks, we're talking everything. New customers, you bet $5 on any NFL team to win, and you get 200 in free bets. And this is the week to do it. Tomorrow night, you got the Buffalo Bills against the motherfucking Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals are giving an undefeated team 3.5. What the fuck do you think is going on there? I just gave you a winner, cocksuckers. It's not enough. Everyone can boost their winnings with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. The more legs you add, the more money you get. They got profit boost. You got the UFC and you got baseball playoffs. Who's better than DraftKings? Nobody, cocksucker. Use promo code Joey and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, or the fantasy app that's giving away $1 million every fucking week in cash prizes. And you're sitting there scratching your head thinking about where you're gonna go eat lunch, you cocksucker. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Joey. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Now go download DraftKings and let's get this fucking party started.
Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah, Joey's in the back.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
Welcome to the fucking joint, you bad motherfuckers. It's Wednesday the 28th. The guest today is the fucking man of steel. This guy is a fucking human success story. Mr. VIC DIBITETTO. Right? That's it?
That's close enough.
Vic D. Vic
There
D
you
is
go.
what I call him.
Vic
Why
D.
fuck around?
That's okay.
What's
I'm
up,
used
brother?
to it. I'm honored to be here.
You look fucking great, and I'm
Thank
honored
you.
to have you.
Thank you. What happened to your chin? I can't. It's like
It was a fucking ingrown hair. No, it went from being ingrown hair that I cut with a razor that became a boil and then became a staph infection.
Wow.
When they threw the antibiotics on it, it didn't do dick to it.
Oh,
so I
boy.
did a biopsy, and I'm waiting for the results. I'm sitting here today, and my doctor lives around the corner. So she's walking her fucking dog, and I see her.
So
and she-
ask her, what's the story?
10 minutes before you came, I was outside getting some sun, and she goes, the biopsy didn't come back yet, but I think it's fungal. I think that you have like a fungal that's in my body because I have the fungi toenail.
Fungal is better than cancer.
But we can't take the fucking the pills for it because it destroys your liver.
Oh boy.
So if you have the toenail too, a
It's
fungi
between
toenail?
my pinky and my next toe, and it's the same cream you're using.
Yeah, you put it on your feet, your toes. I put fucking
Yeah, at night it's got to be exposed. I got to wear slippers.
Right, I
And
gotta-
my wife hates my feet. She
Right.
did it.
Oh, my wife don't like them either.
It's disgusting.
I
I
buff
got a
'em
bunion that hasn't hurt in 30 years.
So
And my one toe, I took the nail out. This is years ago. The big toe. And my mother-in-law says it looks like the head of Oop Oop, which is octopus.
boop is how you say
Oop,
it? Oh, boop.
Oop Oop. Well, we're Barres. That's a whole different dialect.
Okay.
There's Napolitan, Sicilian, Calabrese. Bari is on the other side of the boot. It's above the heel.
Okay.
And you got to say Oop Oop.
We say pulpo.
Yeah, it's a
Pulpo.
yeah. Barres is like Chinese to Sicilians.
Okay. Good to know. Good to fucking know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a long time, man. When I got here, we met at the Manalapan Diner.
Yes.
There was 8 people in there. I was
Yeah.
petrified that day.
Well, that was during COVID. That was like
my
the
God.
thick of it.
I would just, I remember getting, every time I was in the 9, I thought I was going to get COVID with the window open. That's how bad it got into my fucking mind. Like, it just fucked me up. So,
Well, that shit is slowly behind us.
oh my God, once you get COVID, you're like, okay,
Did you get the booster?
yeah.
Me too. I got the booster, the second booster, the booster that took me to outer space.
I didn't get the second booster, and I'm not getting this booster.
No, I'm done with boosters.
That's it. You're all
No.
boosted up.
Right.
Right. Well, I'm all boosted up. You know, you go to fucking CVS, they got 19 boosters. They want you to come in, do the flu one while you're here.
Oh,
And
that
while you're
minute,
here,
that minute clinic.
yeah, and while you're here, do the COVID, and you should do the fucking shingles. And then while you're here, do the eyelash COVID, do the fucking, you know what? You might as well give me your ass, and I'll shoot the monkeypox in there in case you want to go to a gay bar for a cocktail.
Did you ever get tested for COVID?
Yes.
They give it this foot-long Q-tip. I asked the lady, where's that going? She said, we're going to swab your nose. I'm like, you're going to give me a fucking lobotomy with that
But
thing.
the
Can't you
beginnings
stick it in
of
my
it-
ass?
The beginnings of COVID were a
That was
fucking
worse.
nightmare.
Yes.
Now it's just like a regular.
There were lines for Wegmans. You had to wash your hands before you went in. That was sick.
Oh, we didn't know. I hate when people get mad at us for how we acted at the beginning of the fucking pandemic. People were dying. We panicked.
Right.
Which is normal, guys.
Right.
We panicked. And we didn't know. If I told you that Russia just released the gas, that you're going to die between now and a week from now until the gas gets here, you're going to fucking panic,
Right.
guys. Once it hits New York, you're going to see what happens in New York.
That's
if you're
it.
in Montana, you're going to go, what happened in New York? 300 people are dead. You're going to fucking panic.
It was
until
crazy.
You realize what the fuck's going on. Oh, put iodine in your nose. Whatever they tell
Oh,
you during
yeah.
the nuclear war.
Yeah, iodine, right.
They tell you something because there's Russian people here.
Yeah.
And they told me, the Russian mom told me, buy iodine and put it in your eyeballs or whatever.
All my shows were canceled. I was going to bed after Jeopardy. It was horrible. The quarantine. I'm still surprised I'm still married. You know,
I'm going to tell you something.
40 years with someone and you
And
got to
then 2 years in
quarantine.
the house.
You know what she told me one morning? Stop doing that. I'm like, doing what? Breathing. One morning, my blinking was bothering her.
It's too loud.
Yeah.
It was a rough period for a lot of people. People didn't know. That's one of the first things I read, like 3 weeks into it. Like maybe 2 or 3 weeks into it, I read that by people being stuck in the house, there's going to be a lot of domestic violence.
Yes,
calls.
yes.
So the first thing
And
I
depression
did,
and anxiety
so the first
and
thing I
suicide.
did was I went out to the couch and I decided I'm going to make her an ally during all this. I can't go to war with her every day.
Right.
Can't go to war about stupid things. Make her an ally, help her out.
Right.
I was working out. I remember working out outside by myself, and my body would have tingles from the fear. Like as I was working out, my body would get red. And I go, I got to stop doing something's not right, you know? So you look at the beginnings of what happened to us as a country and as comedians and as artists and as human beings. Look what they're saying now. Kids are fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Those kids, those 2 years in the house, some kids are fucked up.
Joey, the world we grew up with is no more. We
No.
come from a different time. You know, this is how they live today with these cell phones. That's it. You know, if it's not an app, they don't know how to deal with it. We come from the streets. They will never. We're the last link to the greatest generations in our family. My mother-in-law passed away in December. So now it's just me and my wife. My kids, they don't. You know, it's the world has changed. It's fucking upside down. There's no more morals, values, and people are fucking crazy out there. That's why I love what I do. You know, make people laugh.
I saw the other day somebody put something up on Instagram that they worked hard on. You know, somebody just put it up, you know. Just put a fucking star. Whatever, be a heart, you know. You do 10 hearts a day, it's good for your psyche. You're being a nice fucking person. But I looked at the comment to see what it was that she had drawn or whatever. I don't even know this person. I don't even know how it came into my feed. It was such an interesting picture. I read the comments, and like 4 comments were people like me that were like, that's beautiful work, you know. 8 of them were like, it sucks, ta 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 ta. I don't even know you. Why would you say that to people?
Social media has been a double-edged sword for me. Look, without the social media, I wouldn't have the following I have.
Me neither.
Now it's turned into a fucking shit show.
It turned into
like
a
you
shit
just
show.
said, you could put, I'm going to adopt a kitten. What's the matter with dogs? You don't like dogs? I was molested by a kitten. I'm going to block you. Holy fucking shit.
You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing.
You know what it is? These mutants have always been out there, but the social media just exposed it. Because now every loser who lives under a fucking rock, now they have a voice. They're delusional, miserable, jealous, narcissistic fucking scumbags. They couldn't do what we did in a fucking week, what we did in a day.
You know, it baffles me that I started paying attention to this about 10 years ago. And you're watching these sports. Like when I go to the gym down the corner,
right,
they have a TV in there. So when I'm on the bike, it's right there. It's right fucking there. So I'm watching it, and I watch the sports things, you know. I don't care about what Skip and Shannon or whatever the fuck. But they sit there, and like the white dude, I don't know who that is, Skip, whatever. Bayless.
What channel?
I don't fucking know. Fox Sports.
Oh, okay.
I don't have no half of these people. I understand the other guy criticizing football players, but I don't understand a guy that's never played football criticizing this shit. It bothers. Now I understand sports writers and all that stuff, and this is why, like, before I don't talk about a lot of shit. Like people, hey Joe, talk about this current event. I don't know about it, and I don't want to talk about it unless I fucking know ins and outs about it. You know, and it's like what happened with the COVID thing. Like, since we're talking about this, is really interesting. I thought about this shit the other day. I forgot what I was going to fucking tell you.
The COVID thing.
I forgot. Fuck, it slipped my mind. That's why you don't smoke dope in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Dope in the morning.
Yeah.
Speaking of dope, I did a gummy before I came here. I feel very relaxed.
Nice. How many milligrams?
Just, I think 250.
So you do just the gummies.
I used to smoke pot. I gag now. Gummies are so convenient. You know,
convenient.
They just sneak up on you. It doesn't smell. It's nice. I bought them from Lavotti's. I put fucking mozzarella and fucking roast beef and gummies at Lavotti's.
They had gummies?
Yes, the one in Freehold.
Okay, the one in Freehold. But THC gummies?
Yeah.
Oh,
they're in a glass case.
Oh, shit.
I have some more in the car if you want.
No, I got fucking gummies of all dimensions here. We got all dimensions of fucking gummies.
But you got to do it, like, you can't do it when you shower. I stared at the shower head one night for 45 minutes. I didn't even turn the water on. Just staring at the fucking thing. But my daughter, she made a bong out of an apple. Did you ever, well, no, your daughter's too young. One day you're gonna get high with her. That's a beautiful bonding moment.
I don't want to do that.
No, you'll see.
I don't want to do that.
My daughter was a pastry. Listen to the story. Was a pastry chef for 3 fucking days. She got the attention span of a flash cube. My daughter. So she made a bong out of an apple. I come home, I smoke the weed from the front of the house. She got this apple in front of her face, big plume of smoke. I'm like, Victoria, what the fuck are you doing? But the neighbors. All right, Dad, you caught me. I'm smoking weed. Didn't you smoke weed? I'm like, is Mommy still sleeping? How do you do this? Show me how it works. Oh, you cover this up. Fuck, when you inhale, you taste the apple.
Yeah, you taste
There's
the
no
apple.
burning. But I got the munchie. I ate the fucking apple.
And now you got double stone.
She's still pissed off at me that I ate her fucking bong.
Let me ask you this. When was the last time you smoked?
Oh, a year ago?
Really?
I gag, I choke,
It happened. Listen, I can't smoke a lot anymore. I could smoke 3-4 bongs.
and then I eat. Then I eat like I got 3 fucking assholes. You know?
See, I don't eat on reefer. I'm past that point. Thank
Really?
God.
Does it make you hungry?
No.
But
Edibles.
do you
make
go
me-
to sleep? Weed keeps me up. Coffee, I could drink and go right to sleep.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me
Hot
too.
chocolate.
But weed
Yes.
or indica. Indica will keep you up.
What is
like,
that?
Not an indica.
What is
a sativa? Will keep. There's the 3 different types of weed: sativa, indica, hybrid.
Okay,
And it's the one gives you more energy. you know?
nice.
But I'm an indica guy. I want to see the devil. I want to
Nah,
drool.
I don't want to see the devil.
wanna drool.
Nah,
I like to drool. I like to fall asleep. I like all that
I
shit.
like to
I
float
that
in my
part.
pool, relax.
Me too.
My hot tub, barbecue.
I love smoking pot and lifting weights.
Oh, I never did that.
I love all that shit.
I'm gonna try that.
I
That's
love
good.
that
Does it make
shit.
you stronger?
Nah, but it makes you forget about what you're doing. So you like, I did 2,000 push-ups today. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying? Like,
nice.
did you lift weights? Yeah, I did 2,000 because you keep forgetting. Did I do 20 push-ups? Did I do 20 push-ups? Did I do 10 push-ups?
I'm
You
gonna
keep
try
fucking
that.
forgetting.
Beautiful.
So
I got a trainer. That'll blow her mind.
you had an interesting career like myself. We both got a little recognition as we got older.
Yes,
Do you think that was better?
absolutely. If I
too.
would have got it sooner, I think I would have been in the fucking gutter somewhere.
Me too.
You know, in the 70s, late 70s, when I grew up in Brooklyn, I was doing crazy shit. You know, I did coke once. It gave me diarrhea. I was spitting up. I'm just a beer and pot guy, you know? I did some knocking around and shit. And, when you grow up in Brooklyn in the late 70s,
Things
you've
happen.
been around the wise guys,
Yeah, things happen.
Remember Angels with Dirty Faces, Pat O'Brien and
Yes.
James Cagney?
Yes.
He ran fast. That's why he didn't get caught like Rocky Sullivan did, I got friends that are either dead or in jail. So I took, I was the class clown. I started at Pips Comedy Club where the mobsters met the lobsters. Pips that was the fucking oldest. Lenny Bruce performed there. I went on stage. I used to, the lineup was me, Richard Jenny, John Mulrooney, Otto and George. I mean, that was the comedy boot camp. That was the only club in the country where the fucking owner would heckle you. Ray Garvey.
God rest his soul. Now, Ray Garvey owned it all those years?
No, it was 3 owners. He was the 3rd owner. It used to
was
be
the last.
Seth and Marty Schultz.
I never met them.
George Schultz was, they say, where Rodney got, I get no respect from. They say he got that line from George Schultz. Oh, Pips was the fucking nucleus of comedy back in the, Woody Allen, Joan Rivers, and now it's a fucking Russian restaurant, But I'm
Andrew?
glad I started there. It helped.
Andrew?
The first night I went on stage, Andrew Dice Clay was the MC. That's how fucking long I'm doing this. Dice didn't have that character right away.
No.
He used to be an impressionist. He did Robert De Niro, Stallone,
And Travolta.
and American Eric Roberts. At a campfire. Fucking hilarious. Later on, he got the whole Dice persona.
It's crazy how many people came out of Pips. I met Ray at the end.
Where'd you start? Excuse me. Where did you start?
Denver.
Really? Wow. Interesting.
Grew up here, never went to a comedy club. My friends went a couple times. They went to see Eddie Murphy. I never went, I was a cokehead. I can't sit there and giggle for fucking 2 hours.
Oh, not
I'm
on
too busy.
coke.
No.
Maybe mescaline, yeah.
Yeah, but I just didn't. I wasn't into it. I didn't know, and I kicked myself in the ass for it because you have all this training here in New York that's available to you, and I was like, I didn't even know it existed. I thought to get in a movie, you had a bartender and somebody came in and noticed you,
Right?
And you got the job like Bruce Willis. You know, that was the story.
And
you
Paul
heard.
Reiser.
And Paul Reiser. Right. You heard all those stories.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't know where to start. I didn't know that you could go to an acting class and rehearse and do all that shit. I went out to Denver, did everything in the world that I could, tried everything. I was a brick mason. I was an electrician. I built walls. I fucking roofed. I did everything, and I knew I just kept, comedy was in the back burner. It was always in the back burner. I'm like, I'm a felon. These people are nice white people. You know, they do comedy, they go home, they giggle.
Right.
You know, I didn't know the underworld of comedy at the time, that there was so many drugs involved. And I knew the Belushi stories, and I loved Richard Pryor. And then I just took a stand-up comedy class when I got out of prison.
Did you ever meet Colin?
No, yes, I did. I met him in Spokane, Washington.
That was my idol. I had all his albums.
I met him in Washington.
Genius.
Loved
He was
him.
more than a comic. He was like a professor, you know?
A tremendous fucking writer, man. And he really just, I respected him, but I liked Pryor a little more because he was on the wild side.
Absolutely.
More with the coke and the hookers and
the one with the red
on fire.
outfit when he talks about the mafia. Oh my God. Holy shit. Come here. Fuck yeah. You got to see it. It's fucking great.
I started with Pryor like in 73. I went to my friend's house, and his brother was a junkie, and we went over to listen to the Beatles' White Album, and his brother came out and said, "What the fuck are you motherfuckers listening to?" And he put on Richard Pryor, Is It Something I Said? And when I heard Dracula versus the Wino, I was done. I was fucking done. And then when I got out of prison, I read that book by Lenny Bruce about when he lived in the Chelsea and all that shit.
Yep.
And I'm like, what else does a guy like me want to do? This is the perfect life. He works for the strip club and a burlesque show. He goes back to the Chelsea and he shoots heroin. At least he knows who he is. And I was content with being that person. As sad as it sounds, I was content. That's the life of a stand-up comic. We were talking about this earlier. This is why it conflicts with guys like you and I. I had a friend of mine talk to me last week about his girlfriend, and she's getting some heat in comedy. And she wants to headline at 4 years. And I'm like, it's a fucking mistake.
4 years?
I go, it's a mistake. I go, you could headline like a D room to get time, but you're not going to put yourself in a good position. And he goes, why not? And I go, because you have to develop a fucking muscle. There's a certain muscle. And at 4 years, you don't have, I don't give a fuck what you tell me.
Stage time.
I don't give a fuck what you tell me at 4 years. You don't have that muscle. You got the time. Everybody's got the time. I can go up there and do 3 hours. Is it going to be funny? Not really.
Right.
Is it going to be entertaining? I don't know. But, you know, these people don't care. They want it all too quickly. She's younger. And I'm like, that's insulting.
Some of their egos are bigger than their acts.
Well, because they get a little bit of heat. And this is where I had the heart. Like, I would have never had a career if it wasn't for social media. I did not like it. When Rogan would say shit to me about Twitter, I go, let me ask you a question. Do you think that Richard Pryor leaves the Comedy Store at 2 o'clock and goes home to tweet people?
Right.
Are you fucking retarded? That is not the path that we followed.
Could you imagine George Carlin on Facebook? People would have seizures.
Seizures.
They'd be jumping off the ledge.
But it's very like it wasn't who we were.
Right.
And I was telling Jimmy Florentine 2 days ago, I go, I tell you when I fucking knew social media, I had to do something. When I saw Rogan sell out, this is like 2000, he sold out Irvine without radio.
Was this after Fear Factor?
This is right on the cusp of Fear Factor.
Okay.
But there was no advertising, is what my point was. And he added 2 shows, 4th of July weekend.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, I walked in there and the show was completely sold out. And I go, how did you do this without radio? And he goes,
social media.
Pressed a button. And before that stuff went down with Mencia and stuff, he was packing the Comedy Store on Friday nights, packing it with social media. So I figured you had to get on, once what's his name fucking blew up. Then everybody went to
Who's
social
that?
media. The guy that jumped up and down. He's got a new special out. Dane Cook.
Oh, okay.
Because Dane was the professional on MySpace, and he.
It's funny you mentioned Joe Rogan. The last time I saw him, he this is like, you ever have one of those obscure, random memories?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you don't know what the fuck you had for breakfast? It was the Boston Comedy Club in West 4th Street, Manhattan.
4th Street, yeah.
Me and Rogan, Rob Schneider's on stage, and he used to have this bit about different ways to use the word dude. Dude. You know, different situations. He's killing, he's crushing. Me and Rogan are off in the hallway. He's about to go on. Rod got the light. He's eating fucking Chinese spare rib. I'm like, Joe, you're going on soon. Yeah, I know. And he finished it and then he got introduced. That's it. That's my Joe Rogan story.
I'll never forget the first time I worked at your Rascals. I called
West
him up.
Orange.
West Orange.
That was one of the greatest comedy Danny McKenna.
Hairdo.
The only manager who could fart at will. If you say, Danny, do me a favor, fart. He could fart. I can't do that.
I still talk to him.
Do that.
I love him to death.
The hairdo, yeah.
The hairdo didn't move. But I think I worked with you because I had a bad experience with Rocky Laporte.
Oh, from Chicago.
Because he was mad because I was improvising. And then, he's too dirty. He's improvising. He's this, he's that.
Don't you love comics?
So I go, hairdo, you got to put me with a fucking savage that's not going to complain about me because I got the guy. And the next time you come, it was you. And that night you did a bit about going on vacation with your kids in a station wagon from Staten Island. You did 20 minutes and you're like, and the best part of it, all that happened, we didn't even leave the fucking parking spot yet. And I fucking died. And I called Rogan. I go, dog, I'm working Rascals with this fucking dude. VIC DIBITETTO. He's like, oh my God, that dude's a fucking dangerous dude. Be careful. And you were fucking destroying.
That had to be...
I mean, that I was in awe, like talking about the kids and getting in the station wagon, and your wife was yelling, and then at one point you're going, all this, and we didn't even get out of the fucking parkway yet. We didn't even get out of the parking lot yet.
Wow.
I was fucking dying.
What year was that? 90?
No. I started in 91. I didn't work Rascals till late 90s. Camacho.
That had to be Tony Camacho.
Tony Camacho.
You ever see his tongue? It's like, it's tremendous. I know, you're probably thinking, how the fuck did I see his tongue?
I know, that's not good. That's not good.
He's got a big tongue. He'll display it to people.
I haven't heard from him or don't know where he is.
He's like the Pete Best of fucking comedy, right?
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody ever
He was right
heard
there
from
with
him.
Messina and
all of them.
Yep.
And he called me once for a ride from the airport. Hey, are you busy today? Can you give me a ride to the airport? I'm like, are you fucking crazy, Tony Camacho? This is LAX.
Sweetest guy, though.
Nice guy.
He calls me up once and says, Vic, what are you doing May 1st and 2nd? I said, Tony, I'm booked with you. I was booked with, he didn't know he had me, but the sweetheart of a guy. Biggest tongue.
You think of all those people that we came across.
Oh, my God.
And I call these people, I'm thinking of writing another book, and I'm calling it Angels, just to give these people credit, the people that came into your life on the fucking road. Like people that had no reason to talk to you at the time. Because, nobody knew who the fuck we were.
Right.
And these people went out of their way for you. They took you to eat. They showed you. I miss that whole lifestyle. I fucking miss that small mind comedy touring mentality.
Right.
Once it gets too big, you enjoy it.
Yes.
And you look around and you go, this is what I worked for all those years. I'm very happy I attained it. But then you realize what you really want to do and what works for you. Like you'll come to, well, you should do fucking amphitheaters. Guess what, man? I love the money I'll make on an amphitheater. But you know what I love more? The personal and I like smaller rooms.
Like Uncle Vinny's. That's perfect.
Uncle Vinny's.
Close to home.
He's also been a great.
Him and Jerry.
Dino has been, and Jerry's a sweetheart. I talk more with Dino, but Jerry's a great guy. He's always there. But Dino has been a fucking godsend.
Did he ever tell you that story? I'm on stage and they literally, when you're on stage and to the left, two people sit there.
Yeah.
It was two guys. One guy was like this. He was about to fall asleep. The other guy was like this. And looked like he was about to throw up. Dino and Jerry just pulled the chair with the guy on it it was like a scene from Goodfellas, out the back door, pushed the chair into the fucking, all that garbage juices, and they're kicking him and beating the shit out of him. They close the door. His partner has still no idea that what the fuck just happened there. I was on stage while this happened, and I'm doing my act, you know, just to keep the audience attention away. But next time you talk to Dino, that's my Uncle Vinny story. I think that was a little better than my Joe Rogan story.
Yeah. But I love Dino. I love going down there. It's a small fucking place, and it really, like, you want to go into the city some nights. You want to go to Caroline's. You want to do this, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go to Point Pleasant.
I love Dino, but we got to have a talk to him. He's got to make a fucking green room. He's got to clean out that office. That little green room for the comics. What do you think?
Right next to the bathroom.
I don't care whatever the fuck he does in there at this point. It's such a cute little club.
Yes.
I mean, a green
But
room.
where do you hang out when you go there?
The green room.
That's not a green room. It's his office.
But it is what it is. That's why I hang.
He probably cleans it up for you.
No, it's fucking.
When I get there, there's fucking boxes on the
paperwork.
couch.
I still got a blanket that somebody gave me to a show. Every night I go, Dino, I got to bring this home. Okay, I'll give it to you. And every night I come home and I'm like, fuck, I forgot that blanket. You know, we're getting old. We like that little blanket to watch TV.
Oh, yeah.
Covers your fucking stinky feet at night.
Oh,
and shit.
yeah. My balls are touching the toilet water now.
Yeah, oh, please.
When I pee.
My balls were touching them when I was fucking 45. Who the fuck are you kidding? But this social, like, listen, when I got into comedy, I struggled for a long time, like you did.
Right.
What were you praying for to happen? I'm just curious. What, like for me, to break it down for you, for me, I sustained comedy as hard as as long as I could. But I was waiting for the day I could tell my story. I always knew in the back of my head, because I was watching HBO once, you hate a boxer, right? You might hate a boxer, but when you watch that fucking, they're fighting in 2 weeks and they take you to their house and you meet their wife, and all of a sudden you're like, that animal's got 6 kids. He puts nail polish on with his daughter. And you're like, oh, I like this guy now. You know, it's not them just seeing you with a microphone and talking about, you know, what's on your mind. But I always knew what was your thing. And I didn't know the internet was going to provide it for me.
I didn't want to drive a school bus the rest of my life. You know, because I'd be coming in and I'd see guys my age and older, playing cards. I said, I don't want to. It was scary. I didn't know. 2013 it was the perfect storm in my career. I signed with a great manager who tripled my money and got me off the school bus. Kevin James calls me out of nowhere, puts me in Mall Cop 2. I get a viral video called Bread and Milk. And the fans, I was selling tickets. It was beautiful, you know? I just didn't want to have a regular job the rest of my life. I always wanted to be a comedian. You know, there's different levels of success. You got the Sebastian Maniscalcos, the Dave Chappelles, the Bill Burrs, the Joe Rogans. I'm happy where I am. I'm not in the stratosphere, but I'm selling out theaters and clubs. I'm on tour with this young kid, Eric D'Alessandro, who's also got a huge social media platform. I'm in a TV show that's going to be on Amazon Prime called Gravesend. I'm healthy. I got a beautiful wife. Still turns me on. We had fucking amazing sex last night. It was fucking beautiful. It's fucking, she buys outfits. I hear all these guys, like when you spoke about being married in your last podcast. Either work it out or you get divorced. If you meet the right person, the woman in this business, that's half the battle.
That's half the battle.
You know?
That's what happened with me. I met a woman and she swept me. And the
We're
rest was
grounded.
history.
We're grounded. Guys like us are like caribou, and the herd is thinning.
It's interesting the way you just put that. But
I don't mean about dying in 20, 30 years.
No,
I mean,
no.
We come from a different cloth.
No, you don't think I know that when I talk to people. I felt out of place all my life sometimes, you know, especially when I went out west. I always felt like out of place, you know. And then my daughter tells me all the time, she's like, Dad, you're from a planet that doesn't exist anymore. You know, our thoughts do not. People don't want to know our thoughts. You know, it's like interviewing Pete Rose is not good for your health.
Right.
You don't know what that motherfucker's going to say.
Put him in the Hall of Fame already.
Ted Nugent, you know, all these guys you don't know. With us.
Ted Nugent, have you listened to Stranglehold?
Oh, my God.
How great is that? Is that a great song
it
to
still
go
sounds
walk up to the
great.
stage to?
Oh, please. And the audience goes fucking bananas. But you look at all the variables to comedy and stuff, and I'm very happy right now. I mean, I'm happy I got the opportunity to run with those guys. I'm happy I got to the Comedy Store, and I got accepted in there and stuff. But that was then.
And this is now.
And this is now.
Yep.
And now it's a different chapter in our lives, and you have to look at it differently. I look at these guys having a great time, and I'm not jealous. I don't feel bad.
Right.
It's not like I should be doing that. I'm going to get on the phone and I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing right now. I'm older. I don't see listen, after fucking our boy died in a hotel room, that made me think.
Who's that?
The guy from that fucking show, the really good guy, Bob Saget.
Oh.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
And listen, guys, we all gonna fucking die.
Yep.
You're all gonna die. I want you to pick your fucking way of how you're gonna die. Until I was 45, I thought I was gonna get shot. You know, I thought I was gonna get shot or OD or whatever.
My fear, I don't want to die in a hotel room on the road. Fuck that.
Fuck you.
You know?
Man. Fuck you. After I read that, guys, and I know it's happened before, comics have passed.
And there's
on
a
the
guy
road.
who had the sitcom, had all the success. Who fucking...
At 63 to be in Orlando in a fucking comedy room? No. You love comedy, so do I. That's why there's the Comedy Store.
Right.
Go there every fucking night. If that doesn't satisfy your whistle, go to the Improv. If that doesn't satisfy your whistle, then go to Laugh Factory. You know, you have so many opportunities. If I want to do comedy, I could go to Uncle Vinny's, I go to Stress Factory, I go to Tips, I go to fucking 9 clubs here, or I go in the fucking city. And that's what people have not understood. That,
Right.
You know, it was great. It was a great time in my life. But right now, like I was telling you, I'd rather go to a softball game and hang out with the parents. I just got a call from one of the parents. Can you drop off some weed at the You know, this is what life is all about. It's great. That worked then.
Yes.
You know, when I did that kidnapping, I was doing a couple of those kidnappings. That worked then. I didn't have nobody at home. That worked then, but it wouldn't work now.
Right.
I couldn't leave this morning and go, honey, I'm going to kidnap that dude. I'm going to do a drug rip. I'll be back with 50,000 at lunchtime. You're fucking nuts. I wouldn't even know how to carry a gun anymore and shoot. And I don't know how to do that. Tie somebody up with a rope. I forgot all that shit already. That's not my life anymore. So comedy's my life. Listen, when you're a comedian, it's like being a Hell's Angel.
Right.
It's like being a musician. You know, I didn't make it to the Marines. I didn't make it to a lot of things, but I made it to be a regular at the store. And I got in with a group of guys that mentored me, and I mentored them. We all got a chance to help each other. And this is what this comedy game is. And I see what you're doing. And I'm like, fucking Vic's killing it with the videos but you didn't know what it was. And one day you made a video.
Right.
And you looked at it an hour later and it had 1 million hits.
Yes.
And you're like, holy shit.
And I work hard at it. Me and my manager, I got a great relationship. He's more of a friend than a manager, but he helps me with the videos. I got to come up with different content. You know how hard that is? Every day since 2009, I do characters. I do this over-the-top character, Tony Gaga. You got a guy, I got a guy. It's stupid. I imitate the Giants coach, the Yankees coach. After the games, I do a post-game locker room. I do ticked off Vicks. My mother-in-law used to cook with me. It's hard, man, but I'm working hard, and nobody's helping me and my manager. We're just doing it all on our own. And then when you do some of these clubs, they expect you to promote. Well, fucking help me out, you know? Because, like Bronx Tale going back, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody fucking
cares. They tell you
cares.
they care,
right?
But they don't care. And on the hindsight of that, not to insult you or anything like that, I think that a lot of comics relied on that for years. And in today's motto, like today, these comics that are coming up now,
right?
They're gonna have to do that. They're gonna have to. I did it because I didn't want to walk into a room, empty room.
Right.
They don't know how
But
to
you got to be a comedian first.
Yeah, you have to be a comedian.
Because if they do the video, all right, go on stage. Let me see you kill in front of 1,200 people for an hour. What are you going to do for an hour that you did in the videos? You know? They don't. You got to be a comedian first.
Well, that's the problem we have. That's the problem that I have. I don't have a problem with this. Like I told a friend of mine the other day, I live in the fucking 70s. I still live by the Pennzoil commercial.
Pennzoil.
You could pay me now, or you could pay me later.
Right.
You want to shoot a video, get 2 million hits. Say you're a comedian, and then you get brought up on that stage. You're going to get a world of hate. You're going to be brought into a world that you're not going to be familiar with. if you want me to tell you my opinion on what's going on with that type of stuff, it's not going to be good. But what I'm trying to fucking put together is that it's not the natural way to become a comedian.
Oh, absolutely not.
But listen, when you get 1 million views and then your manager goes, hey, man, comics are doing this. You should just go up there and talk. Because, listen, I've heard the speech that agents give their actor potential.
Agents are bottom feeders.
Yeah, and they'll say, like, hey, Mike, you were a singer in a band. Why don't you just tell jokes for 45 minutes? And you're like, but I'm not a comedian. Who cares? Just go up there and talk for 45 minutes. And you're like, that's fucking disrespectful to people like me and him and fucking, Jerry whatever and fucking Jimmy and Rich Fox. You're disrespecting the art that we created here, that we've created for ourselves. By writing, so you just want to do it differently. You and I both know that the train ends badly.
Oh, yeah.
That train ends badly. Because you got to MC, you got to feature, and you really got to learn how to MC to control a fucking show, and that'll catapult you up to fucking headlining when you're ready. Anybody who overdoes that,
you got to pay your dues.
You're going to pay your dues. So you can take that money. I would take it too when I was stupid.
Right.
When you're stupid and you're broke, you'll take that money and you'll do things you're not supposed to. One rule I learned off the bat: don't go nowhere you don't belong. Don't go nowhere where you don't belong. If I see you at a club and you come up to me as an agent and go, hi, I'm Vic, I'm really funny. What time's your set? I'm not here to do comedy. I'm here to support Jimmy Florentine. You know what? Go fuck yourself.
Right.
I want, there's just so many things that have gotten out of control, but in the long run, when you see the YouTubers and a lot of these guys, I wish them a lot of success. I really do.
Well, they found their niche.
But I know
for them.
that their success is not going to be with stand-up unless they go back to the grind.
Exactly.
I saw an interview with some young up-and-coming YouTube guy. Had to be like a year ago. Somebody sent me this thing because of that conversation. This kid's saying, I'm going to do comedy differently or whatever. Listen, comedy's comedy. Music is music.
Funny is funny.
Funny is funny. You're not going to change that fucking
Whether
combination.
you're clean, dirty, black or white, ventriloquist, impersonator, fucking Gallagher, Seinfeld, funny is funny.
Except for Yoko Ono. She couldn't make any good music ever. That was just fucking bad, Yoko Ono. Oh, Yoko Ono was just fucking bad. But it just seems that hard work has always been the key for me.
Absolutely.
And yeah, you're going to fucking skate at times. Listen, I've skated a ton of times. I'm skating right now. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, you're going to have to go back and do the work. I'm sorry. I love these things on Instagram. Your podcast is worth $1 million a month. Sign with us and we'll teach you.
They haven't a clue.
They don't have a fucking clue.
They haven't a clue.
Don't have a fucking
you got to be on stage. You got to bomb. Bombing humbles you. Bombing makes you better, I love these guys. They come off stage. Oh, I fucking killed. Meanwhile, all you heard were crickets.
Yeah, you never kill. Anybody who comes off stage and tells you they kill all the time.
Delusional. Fucking. It's sad. It's wow.
And thank God you get. See, that's the other thing you get. You get experience. You get experience how to deal with people, how to deal with different crowds.
Yep.
How to deal with. I was at a comedy show one time. Beautiful girl kept coming up every week in Seattle. Every week. 10 weeks she was there. Guys were offering her gigs. I'm sitting back there giggling my ass off because this chick wasn't any good. And they put her on a show one night, and I was part of that show. She went up there trying to be a feature act. She was up there 4 minutes, and some guy goes, show me your pussy. Just show me your pussy. Like that. This girl fucking, I saw it. She just lost consciousness. She put the mic in, and she walked off.
Wow.
And I never saw her on an open mic again.
Holy shit. How do you follow that?
No, it's not even the following. The thing I'm mentioning is how she thought she was ready to be a feature act after 10 fucking weeks.
Right, of course.
And I sat there and watched it. You know how many times I sat at one night I sat at the Comedy Store with one of these Montreal comics. This motherfucker.
Oh, just for laughs?
Yeah, he was doing comedy like 6 years and went up to Montreal and got like $1 million. And they decided to bring this motherfucker to the store. Like, the agents didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, boy.
He walked in with 9 Jews. You know those comics?
Oh, yeah.
When they come back from Montreal, all of a sudden those agents are following you, Jack.
Oh, boy.
They're tapping you. They're lighting your cigarettes. They're rubbing your shoulders. You got to see it. Oh, I had a friend that got a $500,000 deal. I knew when the deal didn't go through because he wasn't with him. Every time I saw that guy for 2 years, he was with my buddy. And all of a sudden I saw him one night. I go, where's your buddy? Oh, he had somewhere to go. 2 days later, the deal fell through at Fox. I go, ain't that a bitch?
Wow.
Please. I saw a guy that was good looking, you know, one of those good looking young comics that they fall in love with Hollywood. Oh my God, we love him. Guy never made a fucking nobody laugh. Maybe his sister and his mom. He fucking walked in with 8 Jews, and the Jews didn't check to see who was on the lineup. And Mitzi put this YouTube star behind Andrew. Dog, you should have seen the panic in his face.
Andrew's face?
No, the kid.
Oh, okay.
He had to follow Andrew.
Oh,
this kid's coming right from Montreal. You know, they're lighting his cigarettes, rubbing his shoulders.
How did it go? How did it go?
How the fuck do you think it went? How the fuck? Do and until you see that a million times. And let me tell you something. And you feel it.
You saw the life sucked right out of him.
Right out of him. I saw another kid that this kid just was a great wordsmith. But they were headlining him after a year at one of the top clubs, dog. And people were like, come on. And he kept sticking to him. And this guy paid Gersh. He brought him to Hollywood and did a complete showcase of him. But where they stopped first was the Comedy Store on a Sunday night. And I watched it. I watched him come in. Oh, yeah, we got the... And I went up to Mitzi, and I go, Mitzi, I'm going to bring this guy up. By the way, he's the next Bill Hicks. And she looked at me. She goes, really? Okay. This kid went up in the original room on a Sunday, dog. He went up there. He had the whole comic outfit, you know, the skull cap, the whole, you know. 3 minutes in, Mitzi was yelling from the back, get him off the stage. Bill Hicks my ass.
See, you saw all that. I never went to the West Coast. I never went to L.A.
But you saw it here.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, what I saw on the West Coast, you saw here.
Right.
Many a night at Caroline's when some guy walks in, ha, 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 ha.
Yep.
I just got a big, and they get on stage and they got to follow some fucking guy that doesn't know the meaning. He didn't get the memo. They're the Leonard Skinners of the 70s. They never got the memo when they opened up for the Stones. You know, you're opening up for the Stones, you got to do this and this and this and this. Leonard Skinner was like, we didn't get the memo.
Did he come off stage and say, I killed?
No, this kid fucking came off stage, and here's the saddest part. The people who brought him up weren't even walking with him anymore. He was walking 20 feet ahead of them, and they were walking behind him because they were too embarrassed. What a business, because this is the business we chose. And I see those situations, and I think of all these people that go somewhere before the time. See, you have, bro, you're the king, because you and me put the work in. I never had to look over my shoulder. I never had to worry about it. When I go on stage,
from our upbringings, for how you brought up, you know, I was taught a hard work ethic. I used to drive when I had the school bus. My route was in Staten Island, so I lived here in Jersey. I'd get up 4:30 in the morning, go over the outer bridge, go to Staten Island, do my run, and between runs, you got like a few hours till you pick the kids up from school. I would come back to Staten Island and do this like the outer bridge 4 times a day during the week. When I was booked at the Borgata, when Ray Garvey first put the Borgata Comedy Club in Atlantic City at the Borgata, I'd be booked there for 7 nights. I would be going back after my show, go back home, sleep 4 hours, get up, drive the fucking school bus in Staten for 5 fucking nights in a row. You think these fucking guys, you gotta break your balls, man. You just can't be giving it to you. You gotta work for it. You know?
It tastes a lot better.
And you can't learn this shit. You can't go to a fucking comedy school. Come on.
This is like prison time. It's time served, bitch. It's time served. This is time served. Listen, I remember I did an episode of Marin. Marin, he wrote an episode for Artie. And Artie told me he didn't want to do it. After he wrote it.
Artie Lang?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to fly out to L.A. So, you know, I did it. And I'll never forget that day. Like, I hadn't acted in a while. Like, it had been like a window, like a year.
By the way, you were great in Many Saints to Do It.
Until I got shot.
I know. I don't want to say it in case anybody didn't see the movie yet.
No, who gives a fuck?
That fucking scared the shit out of me.
You didn't fucking see that movie yet after a year.
No, how did they do that? Like,
it was CGI.
He didn't know.
Oh, it's not like a fucking head explodes. Okay. Got it.
Nothing.
That was great.
Nothing.
When you saw your funeral scene, did that like fucking freak you out? Where they show your picture?
When they had to come and tell me the picture was for the funeral, I was like, ugh.
Wow.
But, You know, I went on that set.
First time I saw you was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You got to go through me first.
That's right.
That was fucking great.
That was fucking crazy, man. But it's weird how you, listen, I'm a hobbyist. I grew up watching movies. I
Right.
copy what they do, and I go to an audition. If you want to know the truth, you know, you look at these scenes, and you know how I booked that Soprano movie. I remembered an episode where they did, and they were having a conversation. Sylvia and Tony Soprano. Bruce Springsteen was playing, and during the episode, Tony looks at Silvio and he goes, and Silvio nods his head. So when I got that audition, they were telling me a lot of people were having a hard time with that audition. Music comes on, and that was my line. My mom met his mom one time, and that's when, God rest his soul, the guy from Goodfellas,
Sirico.
Henry Hill says...
Well, Leota.
Yeah, Ray Liotta says, whatever the fuck, you know. We start talking about Sinatra.
Right.
But I did the thing. I looked up first in the audition tape, and I pointed up, and I go, my mother met his mother one time. It's not that I'm an actor. It's that I stole that when I saw Tony and Sylvia.
They loved
do
that
it.
shit.
And they loved that
Yep.
shit. So that's it. But when I got on the set for that, it was like 2000.
You got to write a book.
It's coming out April 23rd of next year.
Beautiful.
You could order it already on Amazon.
Absolutely.
So when I got that job that day, while I was shooting, and I know this has happened to you. This happened to me a lot right before the pandemic. This has happened to me a lot on stage when I was doing theaters. When I got to that set of Marin that day, you know, everybody was there, all the agents with their,
right.
My agent, I had like BBA at the time. They didn't show up to those things, you know. But all the other agents were there with all their star comedic talents.
Fucking bottom feeders.
And I'm fucking laying it down. They're like, improvise, do what you want. I'm laying it. And I'm looking at all these agents' faces with their little fucking faggy comics. And they're looking at me like, holy fuck, this guy's killing it. And I remember that day going, wow, I can't believe that I'm this good. I got this good. It shocked myself. Like I knew where to stand.
Where was this?
This was in L.A. I was shooting the Marin. Mark Maron had a TV show
nice.
on AFC. And I'll never forget that. I was there going, how the fuck did I get this good at this? You know, I wasn't saying it to anybody.
Right.
Because I was very familiar with what I was doing. I was good at it. And I thought back to The Longest Yard because I was on that set for 17 fucking weeks. And you can never replace that experience.
Wow.
17 weeks, you just learn so many little fucking things. It's like going on a tour with Guns N' Roses. You go on a tour with Guns N' Roses as an opening act for a year, you're going to come back with a couple fucking things, okay?
Absolutely.
It's like when the guy, again, we're going back to The Sopranos, when he goes, you're not recording this right. And he goes, just to let you know, I've recorded in Luxembourg. You know, like those fucking idiots. So
that's the problem. The powers that be are clueless, you know?
Well,
they couldn't see talent if it was in front of them. You know, it's a fucked up
you
business.
Have to spell it out for them. With auditions, I spell it out for them. When I got a call for an audition, I don't put it right on tape. I think about it for a few days.
I'm more nervous in audition than in front of 3,000 people. Are you the same? No. Like, are you nervous in front of 3 people reading a script?
No.
See, I'm nervous.
I got over it. It took me a while. Like, I still remember reading for the original Sopranos in 99.
Who'd you read it with?
The producers. I went to producers 3 times for 3 different characters. Gigi, Sharippa's character, and then they called me in to be a stand-up comic, but I wasn't available that week. But I read for them, and I never forget reading for Gigi, and my sheets were still shaking. Even though I knew my lines. I knew them backwards and forwards.
Right.
I always bring my sides in to keep me centered. But I still remember them.
Yep.
But I still remember going to auditions with Travolta.
Wow.
And knocking it out of the park. Like, not even knowing that Travolta was there. Like, I still remember going to audition. I'm coked up from last night. I get there at 10 o'clock on a Monday, and it's Billy Gardell and me.
Oh, Billy Gardell.
And I'm like, okay.
Good guy.
I go, Billy, you read? Yeah, all right. I fucking walk in there. It's Travolta in the room. We got to read with Travolta.
What was this for? What movie?
It was for the Jimmy Roselli story.
Did it ever happen? That was my father's favorite singer.
It never happened. He did the
Jimmy
movie.
Roselli.
Jimmy Roselli.
He got blackballed by Sinatra,
Yeah,
man.
for not singing at his mother's
Yes.
birthday party. Fucking great story.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Roselle, this was a great fucking script.
Wow.
He canceled it.
Leota was going to play. Travolta was going to play
Travolta was
him.
going to play him. And me and Billy Gardell were going to be his opening acts on the road. The fucking script, I'll look and I'll give it to you because I think I still got it.
Is it a dead issue? It's
Dead issue. Dead. I'd love to revamp it though. Bro, it was all set in Hoboken. We were going to be in Hoboken for 8 weeks. We were going to stay in the city. You have no fucking idea. And he picked that that Scientology movie with the Martians and the thing. He took that instead.
Oh, something with Mars in the title?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
with
was
Jack Nicholson? Yeah.
No, it was just him, I think. He took that fucking Battlestar fucking piece of shit. That Roselli shit was hysterical, dog.
My father used to play Mala Femina, and he was
really good.
He had
a great voice.
Oh my God!
And he used to sell albums
Jimmy
out of
Roselli.
his trunk. He used to sell albums out of his trunk because he was blackballed. And all the Italian wise guys would go, "Oh, Jimmy, come on, you're embarrassing me. Close the fucking trunk. Go around the corner and sell those." It was a great script. It was a great fucking script.
Wow.
Yeah, he got blackballed because he didn't sing at Sinatra's mother's birthday party.
See, now, could some young comic on fucking YouTube know what we're talking about?
I don't know.
Aren't you glad?
Well, this is what I tell people. The experience
Remember
is the
Dean
whole
Martin,
thing.
Celebrity Roast, and Red Skelton, Johnny Carson?
How fucked up would Dean Martin get on national TV on a Thursday night? And we would sit there. I still remember Sanford and Son and Chico and the Man on Friday nights ordering a pizza. Alona Mertens would come over. We'd swap spit, and then I'd dry hump her to death for like 20 minutes until I was sweating and shit. She's like, "When are you going to stop dry humping me?" Later.
Dry humping. Wow.
In fact, the other day I saw something that was tremendous. Somebody sent me a fucking video of 2 dogs fucking and they got stuck. Did anybody else see that?
Then they go back to back.
And they go back to
I
back
saw
and they
that.
walk. Did you see the video the other day?
And it's like they're yelping and
Yeah.
yeah.
You never saw dogs? When I was a kid, as soon as you pulled up into the Bronx, you see 2 dogs fucking. Jesus Christ. And then the owner chasing like a fat Italian grandmother. Get away from my poodle. She's fucking a German Shepherd with a big black dick. She's backwards.
2 dogs fucking.
She's running backwards because he's running forward and shit. You know, people forget all about that stuff. You know, being a kid and playing buck. You know,
playing what?
Buck. You know, Johnny
what is that?
on a pillow.
Oh, okay. Johnny on the pony. We called
Johnny
it,
on the pony.
and we call the fire hydrant the Johnny Pump.
The Johnny Pump. But if you use the Johnny Pump and somebody jumped on you, you'd bang your head where you fucking open the thing, and then you'd have that octagon in your fucking head. Trust me, I had a friend that still has an octagon. He had to put like a tattoo
Charles
of
Manson
Jesus.
with
I
the fucking.
swear to God, he had that fucking octagon right in his goddamn head. But Vic, this has been
I feel like having cake and coffee with you now. You know?
No, I got to see you a lot more, Vic, because we live down here.
6 minutes away.
That's it. So maybe we'll do something at fucking
whatever you want. I'd love to do. Yeah, let's do
let's do
surprise.
something at
I'll
Dino.
surprise him one night. You know, do your Wednesday night and just
Okay. I can't do anything now because I'm doing parks.
at your convenience.
Till fucking, I got a 120 feet radius, right?
No rush. Yeah, something like Parks is a great gig. You're gonna like that.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
Last time I did parks, I just jumped off the stage into the audience. I didn't even go in the back room.
Great
They were
staff,
so crazy.
yep.
Great staff.
Great
Great
green
food.
room, the
great
food.
green room.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm doing it the night before Thanksgiving. That's it.
Who are you doing it with?
Eleanor.
Kerrigan.
Eleanor Kerrigan.
Nice.
I think Florentine will stop by. You're always
Beautiful.
welcome to come pick up an envelope. You know
Beautiful.
me, dog. We're there. We'll take a bus down. We'll fucking get Chinese food.
Wow.
Where do you eat Chinese food? Empire?
To go out for dinner, Peking Pavilion on 33.
No, that's really
It's
good.
gourmet Chinese.
Gourmet Chinese. I
But
heard it's
Joe, listen to me. The best Chinese spare ribs, Kings and Freehold on Route 9.
really.
By the Staples. Trust me. The fucking meat falls off the bone. It's the best. Kings.
How good is the pork fried rice?
Excellent. But for nice, fancy, you take your wife,
Peking Pavilion, I
the
heard.
best.
I like shrimp and lobster sauce with pork in it, with the little bits of pork. And the only people who do it around here is not the Peking, the one on the, if you go opposite Cousins and Osteria.
I know what you mean.
That place is good. That place got a mean shrimp and lobster sauce, but they're rude. They're rude. They don't talk to you.
Course,
They go,
course.
ooh.
Yeah.
They don't fucking talk to you. The guy came up, I thought he was a retard. He's like, to take the dish. I'm
Unbelievable.
like, enough with the fucking hoofs.
I gave him the credit card. She's going tap. I didn't know she meant tap.
Tap, okay.
I'm sticking it in. I'm sliding it. Now you got to tap. Oh, tap. It's hard, to understand
The
that.
food down here is very good. I
You
am
know,
very
don't I
impressed.
hate, oh, you can't get good pizza and bagels in Jersey. Fuck you. Yes, you can. Where do you get your bagels?
They bring them from Staten Island for me.
Okay, no argument there.
Fucking this big.
How do I beat that one?
This
no, but
fucking big.
yeah.
If I'm around the neighborhood, I train at Old Bridge, so I go to Bagel Boy sometimes.
You like Brooklyn pizza?
Yeah.
For the square?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Brooklyn Square.
It's like
the upside
kind of like
down.
Spumoni
yeah,
Gardens in
Manalapan.
Brooklyn.
Yes. I like that place. I like the other fucking Danino's.
Oh, of course.
I like Carlos.
Yep.
I like Carlo. I like John a lot. I Carlos. He's a good dude.
El Nido's the cream de la creme. It's not your typical Italian restaurant.
I like El Nido. I love fucking. I love Osteria. Angelo's
Never
a
been there.
fucking
Yeah.
great guy. You know what I get in there when I go? Simple. Escarole and beans. The
That's
soup.
almost like pasta vazul, right?
The soup. I get a bowl this fucking big.
God.
I tell her, bring me some bread, Parmesan cheese, and crushed red pepper. I'm good. I can't. If I go to cheeseburger night on Monday nights, you got to go to cheeseburger night, Osteria, $16.95. Cheeseburger, a beer.
I want a nice spaghetti carbonara with a glass of Merlot.
Fucking cousins
Fried
is good.
calamari, appetizer, then tiramisu, dessert with a cappuccino. Then you could put me to the electric chair.
Oh my God, they got Cafe Luna.
Yeah, it's right by me.
Fucking great. They got guys. We live in an area that if you want Italian food, you're gonna get it.
And you could get it.
They got that place across the 9 by Wild Wings, the Italian Casa, whatever in there. They don't fuck around in there. I love it down. I got down here because I had a brother who lives in Morganville. I used to come down here in 2000,
Unbelievable.
98. I would go deliver fish with him out of the Fulton Fish
It's
Market.
crazy. Out of all the places
And I
you
would
could have
come to
moved,
Morganville.
you're fucking 6 minutes from me.
Can
It's
you fucking
nuts.
believe
it's
this?
Just,
And this is
haven't seen you since Rascals, and here we are.
no, but I bumped
You know?
into you once after that. I think I bumped into you in L.A. one night.
Oh, that had to be when I was out there with John
Yeah.
Maroney. I did
Yes.
Igby's. I
Yes.
did the
Where is John?
Pasadena.
Yes, the
when
Ice House.
Rosie O'Donnell used to book it.
What was the name of that place?
The Ice House.
The Ice House.
Yeah.
The Ice House.
Comedy Store, I just went in, never went on stage. I was just in awe. It was just, wow. The Comedy Store.
People understand, look, for me, being from Jersey, the things I saw, what I went through, it would have just been an honor to walk in the Comedy Store.
Absolutely.
To perform there, for a guy like me, that's like an HBO special.
Right.
That's what these people will never understand. For everybody else, it's not that big of a deal. But for me to be a regular at the store, that's like me being in the U.S. Marine Corps. That goes forever. That you can't take that away from
Right.
anybody. Now, there's a lot of people who became regulars and were there for like a year and they moved on. I was there for 20 fucking years.
Wow.
Like I was a active regular guy.
You went from Denver to the Comedy Store?
No, I went from Denver to Seattle.
Okay, wow.
I went from Denver and I came back here.
How did they take you in Denver and Seattle? Like this
Rough.
tough, loud New Jersey
The
guy.
camera on him? Yeah, the camera's still on, Vic. Yeah. You got to remember one thing. Here, I would have been a nuisance. But in Denver, do you remember when we were kids, we had the same 4 Italians on TV? The 2 morons from fucking, the 1 moron from fucking Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, wait, the
You
big
had-
ragu
You had
and
Tony
Fonzie.
Danza.
Fonzie.
You had Fonzie. You had the big Italian guy. Oh, what was his
Laverne's
name?
father?
Yeah, the guy that was on the sitcom guy that I love, Robert Pastorelli. That was my fucking idol. I got to meet
I
him
know
and he
the
died.
name.
Yeah.
Which show?
He did one of those shows with Karen, I don't know, but he was the typical Italian. Whenever they won, there was like 4 of them. And whenever you watch TV from the 70s now,
Okay.
you'll see these 4
He's one of
fucking
those
Italians.
character actor
You
Italians.
just see it. And then a couple of years ago, I did Children's Hospital, and I ended up working with the guy from Laverne and Shirley. He just passed away.
The big ragu.
Yes.
Eddie Mecca.
Eddie Mecca.
Eddie Mecca.
He just passed away. I did whatever. We got to talk, and he was like, when I got into this, There was like 5 Italians. All of a sudden, it's like they opted the fucking boat out to L.A.
You look more Italian than me.
Please, I'm not even. I'll
Holy
never book
shit.
anything Cuban. Even if a Cuban guy writes it, they'll never. They wrote that Cuban.
Why?
thing.
Al Pacino played Scarface.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. I'll never work on a Cuban movie. They'll never give me one of those because I don't look Cuban enough. So like they called Andy Garcia, who knows me, and said, "Do you want him for Father of the Bride?" He's like, "That's the last guy I want on my set."
Wow.
But everything I've ever booked is Italian. But back to your question.
You weren't born in Cuba.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I got smuggled into this motherfucker in 1966.
You're a political refugee?
A political refugee from Cuba. You know what I'm saying? But you think about this. When I started in Denver, they held me with open arms. And when I started when I went from Denver to New York for 9 months. That's how I met Mike Bichetti.
Mike Bichetti.
At the New York Comedy Club. Al, whatever. I met a couple other people, but they moved on.
Wow, we share a lot of those.
I met
That's
Dave Chappelle at the Boston
I never
Comedy
met him.
Club.
Never met Dave.
Met him at the Boston Comedy Club. Then in 93. Then I went back to Colorado. I was serious about comedy. Did it there for about 2 years. Then went to Seattle. And Seattle was a great comedy scene. You know, they reigned. So
this is during the Kurt Cobain days, and
Kurt had just died, 94. I got to Seattle July of 95, and I stayed till 98, and then I got a deal from CBS, and I moved to fucking L.A. And that was...
And look at you now. And
I'm
and
an
this
old
is
fucking
bad.
bum.
And this is bad.
No, this is not bad.
What's wrong with this?
Nothing.
Your daughter's coming home soon, right? I mean, come on.
4 o'clock is no school today, Jewish holiday.
There you go.
So
it's Rosh Homer,
then
right?
we go to softball practice tonight, and then I don't know, whatever the fuck happens,
Beautiful.
happens. But I'm happy
We're
took the
blessed.
time.
We are blessed.
Yes, we are, man. We're very fucking lucky, man.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
right
you.
around
This
the corner.
is so nice. Thank
I'm
you.
right around the corner. Anytime you want to come in and talk about the Jets, the Giants, the Yankees, you know, you're always welcome, brother.
All right.
And we'll do something at over the holidays. Let's do something
Yeah,
in
Uncle
December.
Vinny's.
Let's do something in December.
And you got to taste my wife's baked ziti.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say something else.
Is it good?
Joey, trust me.
Some lady just gave me some baked ziti yesterday.
You're going to tell all these neighbors to go fuck themselves after you taste
This
my
baked
wife's
ziti I had
baked
last night
ziti.
was fucking good. Really good. I mean, fucking really good. I like it without the meat. But yeah.
I would like to go to El Nido, you and your wife and my wife.
You let me know. You fucking let me know. And I want to go to the Butcher Box.
Where is that?
Oh, that's where they
Out here?
Yeah, that's in like New Brunswick. That's a great steakhouse. I want to
Wait,
go. There's a ton of places I want to
Is
still
that by
go.
the Stress Factory? Even Cousins open there.
Cousins open there. Oh, I love the stage.
3 floors in Cousins now.
Where?
He's got 3 floors. The new Cousins in
New Brunswick?
yeah, it's across from Uncle Vinny's.
I've never been there yet. I've been to.
You
I
gotta
went to
check it
Cousins
out.
the other day. I love Cousins. I love all those. These restaurants are great in New Jersey. People have no fucking idea what they miss. You know, Red Bank has some great.
Absolutely.
Asbury. Have you
Yep.
got to that 518 yet? 618 and Freehold?
Yeah, and Freehold.
How
yeah,
good is it?
I loved it.
Better than El Nido?
I'll take El Nido.
What do you get at El Nido?
The black squid.
Oh shit! That's what I get.
No.
That's my favorite.
All right.
That's my favorite. The black
Right?
squid with the toe crab.
Yes.
Crab toe.
You know what's
toe crab.
perfect? They give you the perfect portion. You're not out there like, it's
And I've heard people get mad because they're like, "Oh, the portion."
nah, you got to know. No, it's worth it.
It's fucking worth it. I love the black ink pasta. I love the. I like simple shit.
Yes.
Like I can't eat no more stuffed shells. I can't eat another cannelloni. I can't eat that stuff. Gets me. It's heavy on my stomach.
I love seafood.
Oh, I love seafood.
I just don't like I don't like sushi. To me, that's bait.
I like
You know,
sushi. I like
my
sushi.
wife loves sushi.
I love it.
She
Right
loves
right
You like
across the-
oysters?
No, I don't
She
like
loves.
oysters.
It's got to be cooked.
The fuck? Have you had the seafood towel from El Nido?
Yes. No. You mean Cousins?
El Nido.
They have one too. Oh boy. Okay, I got to change your plans
And the
over there.
charcuterie play is good over there. And
I want to sit where you can see the cook in the booth,
yeah,
the
that
space
book
in the
back
kitchen.
there. Yeah.
You know, we'll have some privacy.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
great, man. It's fucking great. I love going there. And I miss Joe. I miss
Me
Joe.
too.
My daughter misses Joe a lot.
He wanted to put me in, like, he owns that whole strip. He wanted to do like a comedy night.
That's
with
what he
a
wanted to do. Yeah,
tile
he told me.
place.
He told me. He goes, He wanted to move the tile place, and I wanted to open up a coffee shop over there because they just opened up a coffee shop on the other side of town. It's not that good. The coffee was stale, and it wasn't fucking hot. Like, I want my coffee hot. I don't care
Coffee's got to be hot. It's got to be piping hot. We must have went through every fucking Keurig machine because I didn't like the temperature. Till one of them says there's a setting, you could set it high. It's got to be hot coffee.
Yeah, I like hot coffee too, man. What's your next date?
This is embarrassing, but I really don't give a shit because I feel very comfortable with you. I'm going to read it off a piece of paper so I don't forget anything because I was so pumped to be here to plug myself. Hard Rock Casino, October 14th and 15th. Count Basie, November 5th. Uncle Vinny's, November 26th. And that's that.
November 26th is what?
I have no idea. I just wrote November 26th.
Let me see what.
You're more than welcome to come and say hello and do a guest spot.
Okay.
I would be honored.
Yeah, because I asked him one night, I go, I just don't want to go down there. I want to go down there and watch him. So you're there November 26th.
Yeah,
That's a
we could
Saturday
even
night?
eat it at a restaurant. There's a lot of. You ever go
I'll
to the
be
Poached
there.
Pear?
No, I'll be there. The 26th.
And the Prime Steak. That I would put that second to 618. Prime. It's on Arnold Avenue. Same.
On Point Pleasant?
Same side as Uncle Vinny's.
Really?
Prime Steak.
Good.
You got to make reservation. Joey, please tell me you've been to Chef Vola's.
No.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yes. Where is it? Tell me where it is.
It's a block away from the Tropicana. This.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
In the basement, fucking
yes.
Sinatra used to eat there.
I know.
It's mentioned in Broadwalk Empire. You go downstairs, you feel like you're in your grandmother's basement. The food is arguably the best Italian food in Jersey. It's
what
the
I
whole experience.
That's what I heard. I heard Jay-Z eats there. I heard fucking Beyonce. Everybody
Just
goes
call
down
and
there.
ask for Mike Esposito. Tell him who you are. You'll get right in.
No. I just tell him I like to come down there and eat. It seems fucking
Yeah, but you
great.
can't get in. You got to know somebody.
Mike Esposito.
Yeah.
Done. Thank
Trust
you.
me.
I love you, Vic.
I love you
appreciate- I
too.
feel
This
bad
is.
that
What do you
I didn't
feel
see
bad?
you so much in fucking a year.
Nah, please.
But now you're here and you
We're
know where I
here.
live and
Exactly.
you give me a number before I leave.
Absolutely.
I love you motherfuckers. I want to thank Vic for coming on and all you cocksuckers for watching on a beautiful Wednesday morning, afternoon, whatever. Stay black and we'll see you Monday morning. Tip top Magoo, cocksuckers. And now for a word from our motherfucking sponsors, Jack. All right, I want to thank you cocksuckers and I want to thank Uncle Vic for being on the show today. The joint is brought to you by Displate. Look, you want to fill that hole in your wall? I got the perfect fucking answer. Displate is a cool new metal poster that you'll want in every room. It's easy to hang up, and they got millions of designs available. Gaming, old movies, new movies, comics, and they got Star Wars and Netflix and many more. Listen, they sent me the Bruce Lee one, fucking tremendous. You can hang it in 10 seconds. You don't need no tools, no drills, no fucking measuring, pogo sticks, nothing. Just do me a favor. Every time you buy one, Displate plants a tree in your name. So click the link in the description to see some of my favorite displays and save up to 29%. Get 25 off when you buy one or two and get 29 off when you buy three or more. That's a tremendous discount. And they'll automatically be applied to your cart when you use code Joey when you visit Displate.com. Again, that's Displate, DISPLATE.com. Code Joey, Joey. The joint is also brought to you by DraftKings. Oh shit, we got some good games this weekend. And you're sitting there again. Now listen, if you think you're gonna download the DraftKings app because you're gonna fucking bet a team, you know what the best thing about DraftKings is? Like Monday night, the Giants lost. Do you think I lost any sleep? No. Because I had fucking Barkley to score a touchdown, and he scored it, and it paid double than what I invested. So there you go. And you want bigger payouts, then you got to go with the fucking same game parlay. The more legs you add, the more Gitas you win. Not to mention it's baseball playoffs, World Series, UFC. Come on, guys. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use promo code Joey. Get 200 in free bets if your team wins when you place a bet for $5. And that's just a start. That you're bankrolling. And then we'll get on those prop bets and we'll do all that shit. That's code Joey at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Now download the DraftKings app and let's win some fucking cash, please. And the joint is also brought to you by one of my fucking favorites, Liquid IV. Holy shit. Fuel your play with Liquid IV. The hydration is 2 times faster than water alone, because life's a lot better when you're hydrated. You get dizzy, you get headaches. Liquid IV has 10 refreshing flavors: Concord grape, lemon, lime, and tropical punch. I like the fucking cherry and the acai. And let me tell you something, if you're smoking dope, this motherfucker will fucking kill that thirst. You ever wake up, you eat an edible at night, you wake up dizzy and shit, your breath smells like dick, drink a Liquid IV and you're back, cocksuckers. Now do me a favor, you can grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you get 15% off when you go to liquidiv.com. Use promo code Joey at checkout. And I'm gonna get you 15% off anything you order when you shop for better hydration using promo code Joey at Liquid IV. I wanna thank Displate. I wanna thank Liquid IV. I wanna thank DraftKings. I wanna thank all you fucking savages. BetterHelp, I don't know, Manscaped, ExpressVPN. I love you. I wanna thank Vic. I wanna thank Mike, but I wanna thank you motherfuckers. And I'll see you all next week. Tip top Magoo, ready to go. It'll be October. So get your shit together. Love you. Stay black.